So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Today we've got another episode of the Unhuntables series with Christopher.
Hello.
And we're hunting through 20p's again. It seems like we always seem to get through the cycle really quickly.
Pennies next week, Grosey. No, the fortnight's time.
Pennies?
Not pennies, 2 pennies. Oh, my brain isn't on today.
Is that a sign? Is that a sign that the penny world record could be coming back? Just if you didn't know, what we're looking for is 1986, 2017 and 2018 because they're NIFCs. 2008 Gardener Designers, potentially low minted, and then the undated 20p as well. And any sort of territories, coins, things like that would be interesting. But yeah, I'll show you what we find at the end if you're interested in that. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about, and I just suddenly remembered before we started talking. So Change Checker did a little blog post which had stuff about 5p's on, and a lot of it was sort of knew that, but apparently something worth looking out for on the future Unhuntables.
If you say 2008 rotation here, I'm going to find you and I'm going to throttle you. Is that what you're about to say?
I'm dead. Oh, that's so funny.
Is it actually that?
Yeah.
I told you about this months
Really?
ago. Yes, I did. I actually looked for it on one of my videos. And you were like, you poo-pooed it. Oh, I'm not wasting my time looking for those. You're going to be crazy to look for those.
Really? Did
Yes.
I actually?
You did. You totally poo-pooed it.
It's only because it came up. I probably wasn't really listening. Well, maybe. I think it was more just.
We discussed it.
It was more because that was
someone told me in the comments that was a thing, and I looked into it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll have a look for one of those then. And I brought it up with you, and you're like, nah, not adding to the list.
It was
not
probably
interested.
because then I was about to hunt through a bag of 5p's, and I hate doing the 5p's so much. But now I know that the 5p's are still about 4 or 5 weeks ahead.
I can't believe if you were about to come and suggest to me that we look for something that I had said we should look for, and you'd said no. Oh,
That's
my
so funny.
vengeance would have been upon you.
I don't remember that. That's funny. But yeah,
do
I saw it in a
vividly.
blog post, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. We should maybe look out for those.
Maybe we should do what Christopher's on we should do months ago.
That's so funny.
It's totally different when
literally.
Grosey comes up with an idea. When Christopher comes up with an idea, then oh no, what does Christopher know?
That's so funny. Oh my goodness me. Right. Anyway. Yeah, that's the only topic that I sort of wrote down. I'm always so disorganised. What else is
That's
happening?
the only topic you wrote down. I've just spent the last 3 minutes roasting you about your opinion.
What other coin news do we know about?
I'm not helping you anymore. Normally I carry this half of the video because you haven't got any topics written up.
No. Let's have a little look.
A very short half of your video,
Short
Grosey.
half of the video. And with that being said, let's get back to the coins. Could you imagine just a 3-minute time lapse of the whole bag of coins?
Yeah, your hands would be like lightning.
Oh, what's this? I've just looked on the Romit website. 95th birthday of Her Majesty the Queen, 2021, 1/4 ounce, gold proof, trial of the picks. That's
Okay.
cool. Not that
Do you know what's coming out on Monday, Grosey? I'll help you out.
What's coming out on Monday? I do actually, because I saw it on Facebook, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Morgan Le Fay. Now
Never
you
heard
watch
of
this in 10 minutes, he'll come and tell me, oh, do you know what's coming out on Monday, Christopher? Oh, what's coming out on Monday for Grosey?
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Morgan Le Fay or Morgana. It's the 3rd coin in the Myths and Legends Court of King Arthur series. It looks really cool. I really like it. I liked the other 2 coins in that series. I think I like those more than the what's the thing before the Robin Hood series. They were cool, but I do like these latest 3 the most. But obviously we know we discussed it briefly that it's going to be continued with more coins coming forwards with that Beowulf and Grendel. So it'd be interesting to see where it goes, continuing on from there.
Definitely. As I said, I have started buying the 1 ounce silver bullions. I think they look really nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm trying to think, because where was the... This is terrible. This is so disorganised of me. Would you like to set your prediction for when 2022 vintage figures might be upon us?
Oh, good point. I'm trying to think when they came out last year for the 2021 vintage figures.
December.
Was it that late in the year?
We had 2 vintage figures rapid fire. We had 2019's in.
Yeah, the sales figures for the BUs.
No, we had 2020 mintage figures in September 2022, and then 2021 mintage
Oh,
figures
really?
in December. So there's only 3 months between them. Yeah.
Makes me thought we might not even get them this year. Then might be next year if we had two last year. It does strike me as very odd that it doesn't seem to be a uniform thing as to when the mintage figures come out, and I'd be fascinated to know what the possible rationale for a delay in the mintage figures coming out would be. Any ideas?
Unless they don't necessarily mint them to a precise amount, so maybe the Treasury requests say X amount of 50p's. But like, so take for example the 2020 Royal Shield, the published mintage figure is 46,540,375. Now, surely there's no way the Treasury went to the mint and said, we need specifically this many million 50p's to the exact coin. So perhaps,
Unless it could be how it ended up with the Kew Gardens. They said we needed this much, and then they contacted saying, oh no, we don't need that much. Stop. We'll have whatever you've made, but stop making them now.
yeah.
Or maybe,
And then
maybe,
they have to actually count up what they have made already, and then
Yeah.
it takes time to actually publish it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems weird because it's all
Mm.
done by machinery. So surely they have all the figures, all the numbers. I guess it's just collating that all. Maybe that's not just. Maybe they don't have one person or a department that specifically does that, and that's sort of just that's that's on the to-do list. If we finish up what we actually have to do,
Yeah, maybe.
then we'll release the vintage figures. Maybe it has to be qualified, checked and verified by other teams or external parties. I don't know. There could be a whole number of reasons why it takes a while to come through. I get why the sales figures come out so late because obviously they mint an excess of the BU ones that are
Or could it be?
unlimited up to demand, and so they have to sell through their stock to be able to finally announce.
Could it be, say this year with, say for example, the Coronation 50p's,
Mm-hmm.
say the Treasury say, okay, we need 5 million Coronation 50p's, and then they are probably already struck, ready to go out into circulation. But the reason why they have to wait until like the next year to publish mintage figures is because in theory, if there was then an emergency order of 50p coins, they could then theoretically even this year mint more Coronation 50p's, and then thus making it more
Yeah.
than. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so, because
So
it's only
perhaps,
it's only in the last few years that they've been been announcing these indicative mintage figures for coins that will be coming out.
Yeah.
And that's not been something that they've always done. It's only recent years that that's happened. So it was much more of that's how we could have the battles of the Paddingtons in the previous years, because we didn't know which was going to be more.
Which I would
common.
say My sidekick team won.
Don't even. You show me the Paddington on the Sherlock Holmes, and I'll tell you. Then you can win the Paddington race. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you that as well.
That's so funny. But I mean, the indicative mintage figures don't really mean a huge amount, like, because for example, the Diversity 50p, they said 2.5 million, didn't they? And then in the end,
No.
10.3.
Again, you're falling for all the fake news, Grosey. 2.5 million was the first tranche that were minted to be released out into circulation. They'd always said 10 million, I think it was, or whatever it was.
Really? Oh.
But there was an initial tranche of 2.5 million were pushed through to post offices and banks to get them out in circulation.
Right, I see. That's interesting. It'd be weird to see what happens, because this also goes back to the issue of circulating coins that I was actually going to discuss. Actually, I'm glad we've got this opportunity to do that now. I remember this is actually a good topic. So, before I get onto that, have you had a reply yet from your letter?
No,
Really?
I'm tempted to send a follow-up letter.
So, don't you know who I am?
No, not that at all. Just I would like to point out that I wrote to you, and at the same time that a lot of other people wrote to you, and they seem to all have got replies. So let me know in the comments if you wrote in and you didn't
Yeah.
get a reply as well.
That'd be
See if it's just me.
Or let me know if you did get a reply.
Just rub salt on my wound.
But no, what I was going to say was that if you think about it, you could argue with the idea that they're not circulating as many coins. As a percentage of the amount of commemorative coins they're releasing, the percentage that are circulated is fewer. However, in terms of like just looking at what is released in circulation, it's actually not really changed compared to what it always was. Apart from like the Beatrix Potters and stuff. Like if you look like 10 years ago, you'd have like the Dictionary 50p, the only one in 2005, 2 for Victoria Cross in 2006, 1 in 2007, none in 2008, Q in 2009. Guardian, that was only ever like 1 or 2 coins released per year.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, it's kind of more now than it was in terms of like diversity, Brexit, the Paddingtons from 2019. Now obviously Pride.
So what you're
Platinum
saying is
Jubilee.
that there is a more varied number of designs released each year.
So they're minting
we
far
still- we-
more commemorative
we
50p's overall, but yeah.
We still get some circulate, so
Just to play devil's, I mean, I wish they could all be circulated, but
I
I
agree.
think it appears to me, having considered it a bit more, that actually they're just minting more designs, which is not a bad thing, obviously. Minting more commemorative designs overall, so perhaps that's why they can't all be circulated. Who knows? But that was just something I was thinking about. That if you just look at what's been
I
circulated,
just think though there's also, I think if you know there's not going to be much demand for the coins, there are denominations you could put designs on that you know aren't going to circulate. It isn't going to tick off all the people that do collect 50p's. So I know there are a number of people that have been turned off from coin collecting. I've seen in comments on Facebook groups. It's not just me people coming to me to express their discontent. It's discontent that I have observed myself. People that are giving it up because they feel like they're being they feel like they're being had over because they've been hooked on finding the 50p's, and now that they're releasing so many that you can't find, so you have to buy them. I think it does tick people off, and I think the people that would be looking for them in their change would also buy a BU coin as well.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, certainly you'd probably be a good example of that. That no matter what they circulate,
it doesn't matter if it goes into circulation. I'll still buy a BU coin, and I think, as I've said a bazillion times, look at what a rare circulated coin has done to the value of the BU silver, other proof versions of the coins. Kew Gardens is only so valuable because the circulating one is so sought after.
Definitely. If that was an NIFC, then it probably never would have been any different to the others, to be fair.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. That's a weird sort of thought, isn't it? The Kew Gardens would have been a nothing event.
That's so weird, though, to think about that. Yeah.
But I think we're preaching to the converted. I'm sure everyone would like every commemorative coin circulated, and I don't quite get why they can't just mint 1 million and put them in the long store. £500,000 of each coin. Eventually they'll come out. So yeah.
I completely agree. That's what I was saying before. Just mint a small amount of them. Just be done with it, and then at least they're out there to find.
Not too small though. I don't want any 100,000 minted coins.
No, I reckon
chance of getting
even like 500,000 when they're first released is still achievable.
Yeah, but
maybe a million. A million's a nice round number.
Yeah, I'd stick with 1 million. 1 million is probably more feasible to get your hands on. It's a bit like a Newton. They do turn up, but they're not in every hunt.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because what we don't want is them to mint every coin a batch of 100,000, and then we'll have a book we'll never be able to fill. That'd be would that be more frustrating than them not going into circulation?
Maybe actually, it'd be like that 2021 Fraternity Pan. Like you just don't imagine they have released it, but only like very few of them. It's like, do you keep going just for that, or do you not?
It would be like another Alphabet 10p book. I don't need another book I can't complete because I'm on episode 3,896 and I'm an 80-year-old man and I'm still trying to complete my 2019 set. I've got 2 coins left to finish it.
An episode for each one in circulation.
Yeah. So I guess that'd be interesting. Would it be more frustrating to have them have these coins as ultra rare coins, or just not at all? I guess they are ultra rare, but being not in circulation at all.
Yeah.
I did actually have someone message me a picture of the alternative portrait on the Platinum Jubilee 50p today. That was quite exciting to actually see that someone's found one.
Oh really? Oh, the horseback one. That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking as well.
It just goes to show you. I have had people comment saying, "Why are you looking for these things? They weren't put into circulation." It's like, well, they might have fallen into circulation by mishap or mispurpose or misunderstanding.
That's it. It's weird to think that any NIFC find was once just in a plastic BU set. It's kind of fascinating. But I was going to say, I saw someone on Facebook the other day put a picture of a Falklands new pound coin that they found, and it made me suddenly thinking, should we try looking for that on this series? But the trouble is, it's so hard to come by.
So I think we covered it basically with the 2p coins, the 5p coins, and the 20p coins. At least there are territory versions of those coins out in circulation that could be found. With the pound coin, it is literally just the nations of the crown plus the Falkland Islands, and nothing else to be found.
Yeah.
I know there's lefties and whatever, but they're not really interesting.
Like the microtext errors. Could you imagine having to check every single one?
Oh yeah, honestly, that would I'd be cross-eyed by the end of the video. So
The only way you guarantee you never find it is.
yeah, I know, but I value my eyesight though is the flip side of that coin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's when this new pound coin comes out. I think that's again starts making it more interesting to be able to look for something. But again, if it ends up being, I don't know, 50 million of them get put into circulation, then again it's just no point really, is there?
Yeah, it'd be fun to do like one episode for it, or maybe you've got other ideas as well. But yeah,
I have my plans for when that one gets circulated. So
I do.
but I'm sure after the novelty wears off, maybe it'll be a denomination we can come to on the Unhuntables.
Yeah, maybe
But I
like
think
once every.
I think we've been
so often.
prattling on along long enough.
We have.
Now.
That's
We
it.
don't have to make up for your silent awkwardness at the start. So.
But yeah, let's get back to the 20p coins and see, hopefully, all the territories and NIFCs and commemoratives, not commemoratives, undated ones that we managed to find.
Wait a minute, we're watching your video on this side. This never happened.
If you don't, if you want to watch a hunt where nothing is found, go and watch Kristen's video.
Must be getting undated 20p this week.
Right, and that was a big waste of time. So we only literally pulled out one sort of golden colour 2008 20p. No territories. Yeah, bit of a waste of time. So I'm sure Christopher's won this, but go and check out his video as well, see what he managed to find. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.